Rookies. Come. Today on SB Fantasy Football.
Oh, Jesus.
No?
No.
Sorry about that. My bad. Got all excited. And welcome to the SB Fantasy Football Podcast, where, gosh darn it, we try hard. I'm Alan.
Gosh darn it.
Gosh darn it.
You went north. You got that, what's that Midwest in you all of a sudden? Gosh darn it. John. G. Willikers? Is it G. Willikers? I don't know.
Oh, golly gee.
Yeah.
So rookies just got drafted. NFL draft just happened.
Yeah.
So now we know a little bit more about where these guys went and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the middle of doing our 2-3 day, however long this thing is going to take.
It's way too long.
A rookie draft in one of our Dynasty leagues.
This could have been hammered out, and we should have just went to like a Buffalo Wild Wings for like 2 hours. This wouldn't have taken very long.
The problem is the commission goes, can you guys do it this day? And
Next time I'll say yes. I don't give a damn what day it is.
And
I don't care if
no.
it's Christmas. I'm coming.
He's like, all right, then we're going to do, you get 4 hours for each pick, and we're just going to roll.
4 hours. It's insane.
Yeah. So, okay. But anyway, so we got rookies out there. So I thought, hey, let's take some time. Let's talk about rookies. Who are you excited about? Who do you just not really care about? Where you want to start? You want to start with the quarterback and work our way over? You want to start lesser positions?
We can do that. We can do QBs.
And climax with the QBs.
Climax. I mean, I would say that this draft was all about the wide receivers. So, that's kind of boring. I think that it's a bigger draft for the wide receivers in fantasy talk than it is the QBs. I just don't think the QBs are going to be.
I think you've got like 5 guys right now. I think I'm looking at that will be starting, and the rest are pretty much backups, right?
Yeah.
QB wise, Caleb Williams. The Bears are going to win the next 15 Super Bowls now.
We're going to hear about more of that. If you're listening to this on Thursday or Friday, zip on over to Strikeout Beer. We're going to have Brandon Combs on with us, a Chicago native, and he is just going to tell us everything there is to know about these upcoming 15 Super Bowls.
It's insane. The Bears fans have lost their minds. All of a sudden, they're the greatest team ever. Jane Daniels with Washington, and J.J. McCarthy with Minnesota.
He's going to start, right?
Him or Sam Darnold. We'll see. Drake May in New England, and there is a lot of talk that he might not even start. That they might go with Jacoby Brissett for the first year and let him just kind of sit for a year, right?
Right.
And then you got Bo Nix over in Denver.
Oh, there you go.
Outside of that, Michael Penix doesn't do anything. Kirk Cousins is there for the next 4 years, right?
Yeah.
So
I just don't.
I didn't even understand that pick.
The cool thing is it gets to sit and develop and not be thrown to the wolves. I think it's actually really cool.
Get a little Jordan Love action.
I think that's something that you see these quarterbacks that get a chance to sit back and relax and chill and see how after 4 or 5 years under of being on the sideline or whatever, buddy, all of a sudden they come out firing, don't they?
But
and the longevity's
here's
there.
Here's the issue with the way the NFL works now. Unless you've got a Pat Mahomes, you're competitive and competing for a Super Bowl when you're not paying your quarterback in those first few years until you have to back up the truck for him.
Yeah, it's
right?
coming. It's going to happen.
So, outside of that, no one else that really does anything for me. Spencer Rattler with the Saints. Derek Carr's there. Derek Carr's not really that great, but
it's just
good enough to hold off Rattler, right?
Absolutely. I don't think that kid's ever going to play in actual.
Yeah,
like in a meaningful game. He's gonna be kneeling a couple down. Hey, get us out of here, kid.
Yeah, the only guy that I could see something for if you're in a dynasty league would be Jordan Travis with the Jets, because how many more years are you going to get out of Aaron Rodgers?
Buddy, he might go down in the first series.
He made it 4 plays last time.
First set.
Who knows? So that's really, none of these guys I'm really super excited about.
Yeah. But if you had to
fantasy-wise,
if you had to draft one, you're like, hey, I got to draft one. Who am I drafting? I need a quarterback. I need him to start. I need to have somebody who you draft.
And probably going Caleb Williams.
Has to be, right?
But he's got a ton of weapons around him. Some of them are a little bit old. They did draft Rome, right? Yeah. But I think they'll throw the ball a lot.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think they're gonna win a lot.
Maybe
they still don't have a good offensive line.
Yeah, it's kind of rough.
So
we'll see what happens. Yeah, they have several months, obviously, to get it together. Well, I shouldn't say several. They got like 4 months technically. They got time. They could go find maybe a player or two to kind of plug and play, but it's so tough to get offensive linemen these days. And they're signing for crazy contracts again. It's like it's 10 years ago, and it's like Zach Martin and the boys are all just backing the truck up to get paid.
You got to protect your quarterback, right?
Yeah, you do. So who knows what's going to happen with them, but we'll have previews, obviously, as the season gets closer to it. And, of course, I got my wife texting me right now. Let me make sure.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Do you want a pop? I told you, woman, I don't want no more pops. But I'll take this one.
I'll take that. No. Yes. Next up, you got the running back position. I'm not excited about this running back class at all.
No, it's kind of lackluster, to be honest with you. But you do get a lot of players who are going to be backups, and so there's no pressure on them starting. They're not being thrown to the wolves. Same thing with the quarterbacks, right? They'll be able to sit, get acclimated, and then there are some though. I think they got a really good chance.
Like you got Jonathan Brooks, but he's recovering from the ACL injury, right? Mm-hmm. Miles Austin is still there, so going to be sitting behind him. Trey Benson, I think, is probably one of the guys that's most likely to get a decent amount of action. There in Arizona, you've got
James Conner's definitely going to go.
He's getting older and older, right? Yeah. He is, and he will get hurt this year.
Yeah, I mean every year. It's not like we're putting the voodoo on him or anything like that. No, he gets hurt every single year.
It's just science.
Yeah,
it's just science.
It's backed by statistics and numbers.
Science,
math.
Blake Corum went to the Rams.
Yeah.
Especially if the Rams take a running back, I pay attention.
I mean,
they're good at drafting running backs.
Kyron Williams still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just had a hell of a won championships for people. You might never hear him ever again.
Yeah, but he battled injuries last year though too.
Yeah.
Right.
He got hurt and came back for the run.
Marshawn Lloyd with Green Bay, he's third string there with Josh Jacobs. He's going to be the number one guy there, and then AJ Dillon.
Yeah.
Jalen Wright in Miami, that do anything for you?
I mean, it just keeps clustering up Miami's backfield. But I'll tell you what, just like with A-Chain last year, he was a rookie. He come out and blew it up for like 4 or 5 games and then, went away for a couple games, took a little mini vacation, hanging out in the Keys or something, to South Beach. But I wouldn't be surprised if Jalen Wright has a couple 50-point games, just like he had in PPR formats last season.
Right, yeah.
50 points.
Some guys a little bit further down there, Tyrone Tracy with the Giants. Devin Singletary is the guy there. And then outside of that, you really don't have anybody else. Audric Estimine with Denver.
I'd like to talk about just Tyrone Tracy real quick.
Yeah, go
back to it. Just like you said, Devin Singletary is going to be out there. Now it's going to be him this year. It's just him. So his stock goes up a ton. But after that, this could be their franchise guy. This could be the guy going forward. So if you can snag him, and
especially in your dynasty leagues, right?
In your dynasty leagues and things like that. Devin Singletary holds up. He doesn't miss a lot of time. So it is more of a dynasty pull, and if you want to handcuff, get you a handcuff, go ahead. But anyway, I think this is a guy, Tyrone Tracy, is going to be, they're going to lean on him a lot in the future, and he's going to be around a while. So, just someone to plug away and think about. Did you pick him up this year? Someone to get
maybe next.
Oh, okay. So you're waiting for your pick. Yeah, we're waiting. We're doing. My picks are all done. I'm out. But yeah,
he's looking like he's going to be the next guy that I'm going to pick. I still got a couple picks left.
It'd be a great pick, I think, especially in the late 3rd round. You know what I mean? And he's just going to be the guy next year or the year after that. Devin Singletary, I don't know how long they'll stay around, but he seems to be bouncing around. A year here, couple years here. But, we'll see. Singletary produces. I've always liked him. He was splitting time in Buffalo, and he was more of a 3rd down option, but he showed his worth and ability last year down in Houston, if I'm not mistaken. And
had a great year last year.
Went down to Pound Town.
Yep.
There you go.
And that's pretty much about it there in that running back class. We'll come back to wide receivers here in a second. Tight end wise, you got Brock Bowers with Vegas, but they just drafted Myers last year.
Yeah,
right?
People going bonkers. I understand he's great. He's supposed to be the next big thing, but you're talking like 1st round picks and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. But there is the one tight end we were talking about. That's out of Iowa. What's the hell's his name?
Eric All.
Eric All.
Eric All with the Bengals.
Yeah.
He's an Iowa tight end.
Yeah.
What's Iowa do? Produce tight ends.
Yep.
That's it.
TEU.
Right.
Tight end university, baby.
So
and he's up there in Cincy. If Burrow's healthy, this guy could be plug and
got
play
someone
right now.
Yeah, they did get Mike Gesicki in the offseason. But Gesicki's good, but he's not.
Yeah. Who's the other? It's Sample up there, right?
Yeah.
Sample's the other guy.
Sample, yep.
Yeah.
And then Theo Johnson's another guy there with New York with the Giants. Everything you're hearing right now is Darren Waller's going to retire. You haven't got official word yet, but if Waller's done, Theo's he's going to be the guy.
I mean, he's seen his wife. I'd retire immediately as well. I'd be like, I'm done.
No, they got divorced.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
I thought they were forever.
No.
Oh.
I think they're only married for like a year and a half.
Unbelievable.
It's
but yeah,
forever these days.
So it puts him up to like he's ranked like 4 in a lot of overall tight ends and things like that in this draft. But I'm with him being he's going to plug and play too. I mean he'll be the guy. He'll be starting on I think they play the Cowboys opening weekend or Thursday night or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, dude. I mean absolutely Theo Johnson would be a nice little later in the draft.
He was a guy I was looking at in our rookie draft, and he just got taken before. It came back around to me. So now I'm like, I'm going to take Eric All as long as he's still there.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't, I'm going to pick him up in free agency anyways. But yeah, I like both of those. I don't want to pay the price for Brock Bowers. But yeah, those are the two names that stick out to me.
Yeah. And then wide receivers. That's what everyone's talking about, right? I mean, starting off with Marvin Harrison Jr.
He's 101 in a lot of leagues.
It just.
Like in most leagues, he's going 101. And yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? Like if you look at some of these rankings, someone has like his best is 1, his worst is 28. I'm like 28. Who the hell is it? I want to know the other 27. I need to know these things. I need to know. But yeah, I mean, he's going 101. I saw what I've been doing. I've been doing mock drafts on Mondays, first Monday of the month on the YouTube channel or whatever. But I mean, hell, he went like the second or third round. I think something crazy. So,
and that's before he even had a team.
Yeah. We didn't even know where he's going to go.
No clue.
And now he's on the Cardinals. I think that helps him quite a bit.
Because he's the guy.
He is the guy.
They don't have Marquise there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and he's twice the size of Marquise Brown anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? He can go up there and get it.
Malik Neighbors with the Giants.
Another good pick. I mean, Danny Dimes hey, look.
He's got to have someone to throw the ball
to.
They're
putting weapons around him. It's time to, either write the Giants a check back and leave, or start performing. I'm telling you, it sucks. I feel bad for the Giants for some of them. Some of them are really annoying, but I just you got to deal with them.
Yeah, they are.
Rome was now you were talking about Rome. He's in Chicago, new quarterback, and they got a new receiver. Usually these things work out kind of well when they come in tandem like that because then they're like best pals, right?
Well, they start off at rookie camp, right?
Yeah.
So they start to build that repertoire with each other and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that I'm excited about that I was really hoping was going to drop to me in the rookie draft is Xavier Worthy.
Mm-hmm. Kansas City.
Tyreek Hill 2.0.
Yeah.
Dude's fast as can be.
And what would we say
Pat
about
Mahomes?
Mahomes just needs someone to throw the ball to. Now they just extended Kelsey again, but he's getting old. Rasheed Rice has got some problems down here in Dallas.
He's going to miss some time.
It's like he might do some time by the time this thing's over with.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's a hell of a pick.
Yeah.
Pick up for Kansas City.
Yeah, a couple guys out with the Chargers. They don't have anybody. Mike Williams is gone. Keenan Allen's gone. They go and they draft Ladd McConkey. Mm-hmm. He's looking like he's going to be pretty good. And they also drafted Brendan Rice as well. You're getting wide receiver royalty there.
Yeah.
If he's 10% the player his dad was, he's going to be a damn good player.
Can you imagine?
At 10%.
Yeah, and you said the Chargers, right? Picked him up.
Yeah.
So you got hopefully Herbert's healthy. And if he's slinging it,
yeah. And I mean, teams have been reaching out to them about it, about trading for Herbert, and they're like, no, we're not. No,
just paid him a ton of money. I mean, this is the time to do it because these teams, there's a lot of teams out there that need a quarterback. That's what they need. They don't have one. They've got none coming up in the system. If there was a system, they can't draft it. They can't get their hands on a quarterback. And Herbert, I think, he's really good. He's just let us down the last couple of years, right? And he's been hurt fighting. What is it? Every time I look at him, he's got one of these fingers in a splint. And let's get this kid some help or whatever. But yeah, I'm telling you, they would be able to move him and that entire contract, no problem at all. Because some team would just eat it.
Yeah, because it's you need the quarterback.
Yep.
Right. A couple other guys out there. Brian Thomas with the Jags. Calvin Ridley's not there anymore. You're hearing a lot of good things about Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah, picked him up.
But what are the 40? I think to me that says that the 49ers are going to end up moving on from one of the two, right?
Yeah, it's Debo or Brandon Ayuk, obviously, and I think it might be more. They might be leaning more towards Debo at this point. But I mean, he's a Swiss Army knife, dude.
He does it all.
He gets hurt, he's definitely going to get
hamstrings,
hurt.
Speedsters and hamstrings, right?
Those fast guys and hamstrings.
Yeah.
But Brandon Ayuk, he's just an amazing receiver. So you're getting rid of either one of them. It'd be tough shoes for him to fill. But hey, I'd like to see it. That's the reason I drafted him. I want to see some action.
Yeah, and a guy that if you're looking to get like a wide receiver a little bit later, to take a flyer on Luke McCaffrey.
Why not? Right?
It's McCaffrey.
Yeah,
he's a big body slot receiver. You've got the new quarterback out there. They need players.
Yeah,
so
he's a couple pounds away from being a running back, like his brother. So they're pretty good athletes coming out of that house.
The McCaffrey household are pretty good. Pretty good. So anyone else you're excited about in that wide receiver class?
I just try to I don't like getting too excited about anything. Like right now, like you were like, hey, who you draft? Like, I don't know, man. The guy from the Alouettes or something. I don't care. And I love fantasy football. I'm trying not to get too crazy about it right now because I get more jazzed up during like redraft time. Right. And then this gave me a little taste. It's gonna get me through the summer.
Right.
And then we got, obviously free agency going on. So it's always something. I'm learning how to play this in the new league that we're in is crazy, bonkers. We've joined another Dynasty league, so I'm waiting to see. This kind of gives me an idea as to where they're going to fall in the upcoming draft for the other Dynasty league and things like that.
Well, except for that's going to be all players, not just rookies.
That is true, but you'll be able to see a little bit. You see where these guys are, and I've seen some ADP with them as well. But I'm not too excited. I'm just kind of in the middle of the road with these guys till I see some action. Obviously, the big names. That's what I'm here for, and we've already discussed everybody else that like as far as tight ends go. But let's get through the summer.
I'm ready for football.
Yeah,
let's just say that. Ready for football. Ready to start jumping into some rankings, some mock drafts, things like that. We're definitely going to be hitting you a little bit harder with some fantasy football action coming up. So keep your eyes open. Keep those noties on because we're gonna hit you hard. But who are you guys excited about? Let us know. Is there someone that we did not mention? You're like, you're pounding the table, throwing things. You just chunked your phone across the room because we didn't mention your favorite
There's no
rookie.
way.
Someone did it.
No way.
I guarantee you. Tell us that you're the guy who threw your phone because we didn't mention Frank Gore Jr. Huh?
Oh.
Hey, but thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, and tell a friend. As always, I'm Alan.
Dave.
Talk to you guys later. Deuces. Thank you for listening to the SB Fantasy Football Podcast.